scallions and olives. They lap those things up like caviar.
Oh god, you're starting to sound like the face noir protagonist.
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
For those who don't
No,
know,
I totally am. It's a real bummer.
for those who don't know, Face Noir had a protagonist who ended up pretty much insulting everyone under the sun over time with really blithe remarks about race and all that stuff.
4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine. I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one.
Is that one?
Leftovers
I suppose.
and it looks good.
Oh, it really doesn't. That's a bad texture. That looks really gross.
Well, it's also been sitting there for who knows how long.
The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt.
Sure.
Boccarini had company for dinner. Shut from the inside.
Put some oomph into it, Ness. You're just like gently pushing yourself against the door, like, eh.
Yeah, maybe he's just trying to find out if it's good and locked, and if it is, he's like, all right, that's all I wanted to know. Actually, going in there would be more work. I just want to walk around and be like, oh, there's blood here too. Look at this blood. So much blood.
Takes a strong man to tear that out, or several.
Wait, what is that?
No idea.
Some sort of lighting fixture? Maybe.
Jammed shut from the inside.
There's a knob, you know.
Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
I hope you're wrong, or that's a really weird house layout.
Yeah. And also, spatially, it doesn't seem to make sense at all.
No.
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
Blood is sticky, but I see what you're saying.
Oh shit. I should've stayed in my diner.
What?
Okay, sure.
What? What? Oh. You're just lifting them up. Okay. Gotta pose it for my scrapbook.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, there's his teeth. Fun.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
What do I
probably
have to
what it
do
wants you to see, but yeah, well, like, what does it want you to do to see it?
Are these teeth from the body? Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
No, that,
Do you?
that explains
Do you?
where they were put, not why.
What is that?
It's blood, Bass. You seem to be able to recognize it everywhere
Like a
else.
ritual. What was Boccarini mixed up in?
I feel like that. I guess that's all that it wants me to see in this room. Because the camera's not moving anywhere else.
This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccarini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccarini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccarini. Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way.
Okay, well, at least we know how to solve one of the mysteries. Plates don't belong to him.
Well, maybe he used to live in Vermont. Maybe he recently bought the car from Vermont. There are a lot of possibilities.
Let's take
Sure.
a look in the glove compartment. Bingo.
It has one.
Cigarette case.
Big.
OB. One of the Boccherini clan?
Alright. I'm gonna take a look at the board now. Okay, oh joy, this is where the controller thing is gonna really come in handy.
Do you want to use the blood, the blood, the blood, the blood, or the blood? Pick again until you win.
The initials OB on a cigarette case. A car with Vermont plates. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette
I chose
case
2
don't
clues and
match.
he came up with 3.
The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house. Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up?
No idea. We don't know that yet, I think.
Yeah, I don't see anything right
Yeah, I
now
think you
that
have to
would-
back out for now. You have to back
Okay.
out for now, I think, and gather more clues.
Alright, where else do we have to grab clues from?
I mean, we could probably answer the mutilation one. I don't know. I don't know what it wants you to answer. Like, was he mutilated? Yes. Yes, he was. Like, what's the question exactly?
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out.
Oh, okay. So maybe it wants the hand teeth. Wherever that clue is exactly.
I don't see it in the list.
Uh,
The murderer tore Boccherini's hands off.
Okay, there.
Hands ripped
Seems
off,
work.
teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccherini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them?
Oh, fun.
I guess it could be the
A
spoon.
teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
Like
Mixture of
eyes.
sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest 2 possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it?
And then the hands and
Some
the blood on
kind
the...
of symbol drawn in blood. A sick altar of human flesh. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult
I wonder if this is one of those sort of Sherlock Holmes crimes and punishments thing where if you choose the wrong connections, it will still go with it. That would be interesting.
It would be. But... yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so assault first,
Broken
obviously.
whiskey glass found in the dining room.
What? Oh. The clue
No,
did not
okay.
like that.
Okay. Well, the gun.
Pieces of glass from the window in the hall found inside the house. A pistol, fully loaded. The
And
lamp
this, probably.
torn off its brackets,
Yeah.
blocking the stairs.
Oh, that's what it was. Nope.
A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside.
It can't be that.
Opens onto the same
Right.
room as the jammed door in the corridor.
Maybe we don't have the third clue?
A door in the corridor jammed.
Yeah.
It
Seems
opens onto
seems
the
like
same
it.
room as the locked
We can
door.
try the whiskey bottle, but I don't think that's it.
An open bottle of whiskey.
No.
I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini
You always think
was
everyone's drinking,
The
Ness.
murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
I'd have to guess
A
where the
broken
table is.
scratched and covered in
Mm-hmm.
blood. 2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. A blood-stained wristwatch with a glass broken and a strap fastened.
I guess if he pulled off the arms, that would be how it would still be fastened.
The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position? The trail of blood from the bedroom to
That seems like the... If I had to make a hunch, go out on a hunch, maybe this.
But that isn't a means of transportation. That just indicates that whatever it was dragged on the ground somehow.
glass buried in Boccarini's... The lamp, torn off its brackets and Boccarini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Alright, so all we have left is witness.
Okay, actually, I think we can answer that. The door?
The door in the kitchen, locked from the inside.
What?
It opened.
Was-
A door in the corridor jammed shut.
Didn't like
Okay.
that.
It looks like the bottom of a broken glass, buried in a broken whiskey glass, found in the dining room.
What?
Seems clear
Sure.
that Boccarini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape?
Okay, now we use the doors, I guess.
Or are they still in the house?
Because the doors are locked from the inside, which
Kitchen,
means
locked from the
someone's
inside.
probably still
A
in there.
door in the corridor jammed shut.
Or they got out later.
It opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen. One locked door could be a coincidence, but two locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Okay.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
I knew I shouldn't have had that whiskey.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
Well, in light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
Well, I drank from the evidence.
What is that?
Not a good
Call the
start.
camera.
It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right. Follow me.
You've seen a camera before.
Boccarini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccarini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccarini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccarini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccarini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
There, he used them to make a
I think he died long
fingers
before,
together and placing the teeth inside.
probably around the time where his hands were pulled off.
Yeah.
He was losing all that
Which I
blood.
don't recognize,
Yeah.
but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more.
Probably the one that murders
Wait
people.
a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me.
Now here's someone who can break open a door.
Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccarini's office.
There's a
Let's take quick
fucking
look
window.
around.
He left through the window.
All
Like,
And it's open.
yeah, there's really not much science to do here.